18 November 2020, we are just about almost 30 days away, 35 days away from the end of 2020. Today it's Wednesday, and the news that we have heard and the news that have been reported is that the ECG leaders, which is Mary Bushiri and Shepherd Bushiri, the prophets, have handed themselves to the police after the police in Malawi had received a communique from the Interpol that the two individuals were being sought by the police, and they are now having a warrant of arrest. Why are they having the warrant of arrest? Because they broke their bail conditions, which is that they were supposed to hand over themselves, report to the police twice a week, and by so doing, breaking your bail conditions is you will be given a warrant of arrest, and that is what exactly happened. And then that communique was sent to Malawi. I was watching the Minister of Information giving that information, Mr. Gospel Kazaki. He has been giving a lot of information on what is happening. And one thing that is stressed out was that they are going to apply the law universally. They are not going to use common sense. And also the other thing that they say that they are not going to go into the merits of the case. The case is going to be decided by the courts. And as the government, they are committed to make sure that they bring that case to rest, and they are going to do the right thing. These are the comments that we got from the people from Malawi. And I am asking the question to everyone that is watching right now. You are from Malawi, you are from Zimbabwe, you are from wherever, you are from South Africa. You are a supporter of Shepherd Bushiri. What is your take? What do you think? People are saying, because seriously, people might be saying they have grudges against Shepherd Bushiri. What is it that you think that Shepherd Bushiri is being persecuted for? You need to tell us. Tell us, why do you think that the government of South Africa is persecuting Bushiri for? Is it something to do, because he mentioned some reasons that he doesn't believe that he's going to get a fair trial? Do you think that is being treated fairly by the government of South Africa, or by the government of Malawi, or by the general public? As the public, what are we treating Bushiri in the right light, or we are just receiving news that are unsubstantiated, and then we run with it, and we do not look at the merit of the case? So please tell me what you think. Do you think that Bushiri is being persecuted, or there is something that he did that people they are very much justified to say whatever they are saying about his life? Some people, they say that people are jealous of his lifestyle. Some people are saying he's jealous of the way how he prophesies. They are jealous of his gift. So these are the things that we want to ask you, the children of Major One. Come, talk to us. Because as a public platform, we don't want to be one-sided or to be biased. We want to make sure that we give everyone a platform so that they can say out their reasons why they believe that Major One is right or Major One is wrong. If you are believing that Major One is wrong, tell us your reasons, and we are going to talk to you. I had a number of people who were saying we stand with Major One. Unfortunately, I think there is a problem with my link on my YouTube. So if you are having a struggle to connect to follow that link, please go to JCTV Zimbabwe or Hatrare 263, and you can follow the link. If you can watch there on Facebook, let me try once again to post it on YouTube and see if it's going to work, because I understand that people, it actually told me that it can't allow it to stream on Facebook, on YouTube. There you go. It's now there on YouTube. Please let me know if you're struggling to connect. If you're struggling to connect, I will have to send you directly the link, probably to your WhatsApp or to your Facebook message. so that you can be part of the show. But today I'm going to be having a guest who is going to be your presenter tomorrow. She's going to be presenting a topic on a number of things that is pertaining the security of people in the church. And I'm here. Anita, please follow the link so that you can be part of the guest. I wanted us to talk about that. Then those who want to be part of the show, so that we can talk about why people are persecuting Bushiri. Why people are persecuting Bushiri? Why is it Bushiri is being persecuted? Do you believe that he's innocent? Do you believe that is what the government is doing is just to him? Are his reasons justified? So I'm going to read a number of comments here before I allow Anita to come. I'm going to read here. There is Rodi Workers Nyama. Apostle Peter, Stephen, etc. were all persecuted for the gospel sake, not such shenanigans as fraud, money laundering, etc. There's Henderson Banda. How are you, Henderson Banda? Pukistole, how are you? Love Womisha, I see you there. Who else is here? I can see Charmaine Mudeto. That boy called Bushiri scammed people their money here. I know people who are crying because of him. Veronica Alumenta, meno mwana wa papa iwawo ndio anoziva yese. For us it's none of our business. Nonsense. Anita, whatever Bushiri gave to his people, I want it. He is in the same position that same holdings was in. Focus on Nagago, who is busy looting Zimbabwe. We don't tolerate such. Even if I comment on Idi Mnangagwa, it's not going to change anything, you know. I'm not trying to say that what they are doing is right, but I'm just saying that even if I focus on Idi Mnangagwa. So, my guy, please, you, if you want to talk about it, go and talk about it. I'm selling. Okay. Forgiveness, Nyakueka, my brother, these false prophets, their time has ended. All of them, their word is scramble for the Lord Jesus. Is scramble for the Lord Jesus of Nazareth is alive. Prophet Shama, forgiveness, Nyakueka. Then there is God knows, God knows honesty. Have a teach. No. Shamin Membere. Shamin deto a faith membere shamin meto ano ndova muno pamari yake iyo chikakoza akapinza momwe muno kutora mari vanhu vakanomupa vega. Fugitive, that is motlale pule hosi motlokodi. Fugitive. And wise Robert connected. Yeah, so talk to us, guys. What do you think? Do you think Bushiri is innocent? Do you think that the people, because he's still innocent at this point in time, because he have to be proven guilty by the court? So do you think he's being persecuted by people who do not like the gospel? I saw another video the other day of people were saying that fire to the works, and you know, they were shouting fire. As for me right now, what I'm thinking about is not about the gift that we can say people are jealous of him. Maybe, I don't think so. That people, they can hate him and his wife for nothing. There is a reason behind it. All right. So do you think that this one is saying, let him bring back the money? Yeah. So that is the story that we are talking about. A lot of people are talking about it on social media. And apparently the president has spoken about it, that they are going to look deeper into this whole issue to find out what is really happening. So it's an issue that is not being taken lightly by the government of South Africa. It's something that is of much importance. So let us have a chat on that one so that we can, you know, establish what is happening. But I'm waiting for you guys to connect with me so that we can dissect and we can talk about it. I can see your comments, but I would love to have someone here so that we can talk about this whole issue. So that is the story today. We want to dissect if you are a child of or you support those people that are saying we stand with Major Juan, please come and I'm seeing Anita here. Anita, I'm struggling to. Okay, there you go. I think you are not able to be connected. Right. Anita, how are you?
Hello, good evening.
How are you and how is everything?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm okay. Hello, everyone.
Yes. Only God will judge him. So please, that is a comment here. Let me just read the comments. Only judge. So please, judging the man of God. That is from Eusebius Gawi. Stokozile. It's not a joke because you were not there by tomatoes. You'll be proving to you that you can see. I can't understand what is happening here, but we are continuing with the topic. I just want to fix one or two things here before we can continue with this conversation. But if you are struggling to connect on Facebook, on YouTube, please go to our Facebook page, which is JCTV Zimbabwe, JCTV Zimbabwe, and you can also connect as well on Hatirare 263. Hatirare 263. Those pages, you can go and find the stream and you can connect. But anyway, I want to welcome Nita. How are you doing today?
I'm
How is
okay.
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Anita is going to be presenting a topic tomorrow. But we just want to know who is Anita and where her background. One just want to indulge ourselves. So people might just want to know who are you and where do you come from and when did this thing of being in media came about?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is
Okay.
Tracy Anita Mazindu. I'm from
Mm-hmm.
Masvingo, Zimbabwe, born and bred. Uh, I studied English and Communication, my first degree at Great Zimbabwe University. And then I went on to study for my master's at Midland State University, Master's Media and Society Studies. So this thing of me being in media, I started probably when I was in primary. I was nicknamed Ruben Barre because I would report like, yeah, I was more of
Mm,
a gossip person. That was me.
mm,
So I just
mm.
grew to love the media. I once worked for the Mirror on my attachment, the Mashingo Mirror.
Okay.
I was the deputy editor there and a news reporter. Yeah, basically
Mm.
that's all about. Yeah.
Okay. Growing up maybe in the family, is there someone who inspired you, or somebody whom you could look up to when you were growing up that I want to be like this, or is there anyone who has got a media background?
Actually, I'm the first. People home, most of them are in the sciences and commercials. I
Okay.
started doing this as thing, and the whole family, like the entire Zindarese, I'm the only one who was doing this. And
Mm,
I've actually inspired some people, like some of
mm.
the extended family members, to venture into the arts. Because
Okay.
normally people will be like, you want to do arts, this thing does not pay. It's for people who are not that bright at school. You are bright and you have a lot of points, you pass with flying colors. So why you venture into media? Like,
Mm,
even when I went to A level, I actually had this sort of a fight with my dad because they wanted me
mm,
to do sciences. But
mm.
now, yeah, I think he is proud of me.
So, right, this is the I mean, the interesting thing is that you have a number of topics that you are going to be bringing to us, but
Mhm.
outside your family, who was that person that maybe in Zimbabwe where you grew up? Who was that person that that inspired you, that always inspired you in the media, that you'd say, I want to be like that lady, I want to be like that person? Who was that person that always that would come to mind when you think media?
Okay, I would say the late Judith Makanya. Yeah.
And
And I also
you have the same voice.
yeah.
Your voice sounds like her.
Oh, thank you. That's a compliment. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, that's all. That's all.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it was only outside of Zimbabwe. Who is that person that you'd watch, that you'd know? Yeah, that would inspire you.
Outside Zimbabwe, I would say Oprah Winfrey. Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. Someone here is saying, Anita, please relax. We wanna hear you clearly. You are like dancing your video, not clear. So someone is saying, please relax. But anyway, tomorrow she's going to be here. She's going to be giving us a topic, and she's going to be talking to us. So you wanna get to know more about her. And on your socials, how can people get in touch with you?
Okay. On Facebook, it's T Anita T
Hmm.
double E Anita T double E
Yeah.
again. And then
Okay.
on WhatsApp, my WhatsApp number +27 +6855167723. And
Okay.
on Twitter is Trey Tonic, Trey_Tonic.
Okay. We're gonna make sure those are available on JCTV Zimbabwe tomorrow. So you spoke to me about the topics that you wanted to cover. What is that probably that is on your mind, that some of the things that you'd see, or social injustice that you see, that you want to talk about, anything that is on your mind that you say, I want to talk about this, I think this subject needs to be discussed. What are those topics that you were thinking I want to bring across to the people that are watching right now?
Okay. First of all, tomorrow I will be talking about abuse in the church,
Hmm.
from rape to fraud.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, because those are topics that people
Hmm.
overlook. They're being overlooked by the media people and by people in general. We really don't talk about abuse in the church because it's something that is considered sacred. Yeah,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
touch not my anointed ones. That race,
Hmm.
where does it begin and where does it end?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, and also we have this pressing issue right now in
Hmm.
Zimbabwe, about giving out contraceptives to people, to
Hmm.
students in school.
Yes.
Yeah, so we need to tackle those issues and see what the people of Zimbabwe, the general population, think about those issues.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
also we'll go on to discuss about a lot of things. I think
Hmm.
I talked to you about the other issue,
All right.
whereby I
Okay.
would want uh yeah, I think you
All right. Okay.
remember.
Okay, we are going to bring it as we go. But any last words that you want to give to the people before we continue with this conversation? What can people expect from Anita? What can people expect from Anita in these coming few weeks as we are going to be engaging them?
Okay, expect a lot of social issues actually. Just expect anything and everything. Yeah,
Mm,
I'm a diverse person. I'm not in a closed book. I love
mm,
discussing a lot of issues, and that's me. And if anyone is anything that they would want me to talk about, I'm that kind of
mm.
person who just talks about anything and everything. I don't really mind, and
Mm.
that's it. So yeah,
Oh,
I think it's going to be really exciting.
wow. That is interesting. So we look forward to have you tomorrow. The floor will be yours. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Anita, and she's going to be giving us a lot of these interesting topics. And I just thought, let me just sneak in this interview, in this show, so that you can get to know her. So that tomorrow when she comes, you're not going to be surprised that what is happening. But anyway. Thank you so much, Anita. We look forward to see you tomorrow, and It's gonna be interesting. We know that you are going to bring the house down.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jethro. It's been a pleasure.
All right, all right. That is Anita there, one of your presenters who's gonna be coming tomorrow. She's gonna be bringing the topic of the abuse in church, and you need to tune in tomorrow. We're gonna announce to you the times of when this is going to be broadcasted. But let me just check on your comments if you've got a question here. I just want to see here, Shamin Mudeto, yeah, you had a forgiveness. Okay, let me just see who is here. Lady Skara. Oh, wow. Lady Skara B, zviri sei?
Ndiri right mukoma wangu zviri sei sei.
Tasangana futi again.
Yeah, ndangoti let me just follow nekuno supportawo 2 minutes.
Wow. And how is, like, how does 21,000 feel like?
I feel like crying, screaming, rolling, trolling. I'm so happy.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lady Scaraby. Go and check out her channel. It is mostly predominantly Shona, much of the content that she posts, but she's somebody who is so vivacious and somebody who is so passionate about what she does. Please go and subscribe to Lady Scaraby. Lady Scaraby. And the way how we write it, it's Lady Scaraby, just like as it is on the screen. So she's full of fire. So please go and support her, and I really appreciate her coming after quite some time.
Thank you so much. And ndinangu zvandino understand about the topic actually, but I've just come to show some love and thanking you, JC. Ndimakaita kuti tisvike patasvika panapa, so I'm just passing by.
No, please. It was your hard work, my sister. It was your hard work, because if, like, you see, the challenge that happens is you can give someone advice, but if they don't have the willpower, because our mental strength is, if you can give someone advice, but if they don't have the willpower to do it, it's not going to work. Do you understand? So just like we go to school, we might have brilliant teachers, but it takes the willpower of the students to do their work. And so I actually applaud you, because I'm actually still struggling, but you are like, we are 21,000, like your videos are 100,000 plus, and so it's really good to see what you're doing.
Thank you so.
So yeah. But anyway,
I just want to say thank you before I drop, and murambe muchingopawo vamwe ma-advice so that vanokurawo.
Thank you so much. I see you, and please go and subscribe, people, and I really appreciate you. The lady is on fire, especially Karamoda Kuzanya, Zevarume, and some updates that are happening in Zimbabwe. Please go and subscribe to Lady Scaraby. Let us support our own. She is on fire. This is the lady, ladies and gentlemen. People are asking, okay.
Thank you so much, RGC.
All right. So that was Lady Scaraby giving us her support, and I really appreciate. Anyway, I've missed a lot of comments here. I just want to see some of them. Mutambudzeni Cornelius Matidza is saying that I think he's the fake prophet. How do you know the man of God have a passport? Other thing, all assets did he register with their own name? It shows that he know that all that he's doing is corruption. If he's not safe here in South Africa, why don't they go to the police and ask for security than to escape? That is Mbudzeni Cornelius Matidza, Lavo Misha, Anita. Okay, that was the other comment. Okay, I want to check who is here as well. Irene Godobo. Hello, everyone. That is Irene. Stokozile. I'm talking from experience. My brother, I doubted him at first when I joined ECG. When he spoke about my life, I thought someone had told him. I've told him. But my surprise, I was looking for a baby a long time ago, to a point where my womb was removed because of the health issues. But he told me about it when I met him and said to me to receive babies, and I was what babies, how with no womb. I just talked to myself, there's nothing like that. But people, I took my twins, and he told me to receive your womb, and it was so shocking. So this is Stokozile Nyoni Shelela Stokozile. He's saying that Bushiri is innocent. So there you have it. People are saying, okay, I'm going to post again the link so that you guys can be part of the show, so that we can talk about this. As I said, I don't want to take sides here. Yes, I might have my opinion, but I don't want to take sides. At the end of the day, I want everyone to make their own opinion. There is the link. All right, so that is the link. You can go and check it out. Okay. I see someone is talking about his business. Anyway, I've got something good news for you, everyone. I've got good news for you. I'm going to make it a point every Monday. Get this, every Monday. You're watching here, please tell everyone, so that you guys don't confuse. We don't want to see some of the comments that I see. Every Monday, we're going to be having a business Monday. So what we do is, you come here, we're going to give you 90 seconds to advertise your business. You come here, we give you a link, we're going to count you down for 90 seconds. You're going to tell us what your business does and your contact details. And by the time when you join the link, you're supposed to join the link with your contact details. Just like when you join the link, it allows you to edit the name. Put your contact details, or beat your Twitter handle, beat your website, you can put it there. We are giving you 90 seconds to advertise your business. Once you advertise your business, and then once your 90 seconds are over, we take you off the stream. You are supposed to make sure that your business, you tell us where your business is, wherever in Africa. We want to make sure that we support one another. So every Monday, this is the good news. So if you have your business, please come this coming Monday. We're going to be doing that to make sure that every one of us who are joining the family, we can advertise. What I don't want is for you to advertise on the page. I want to give you an opportunity to advertise on that particular day. You tell us what you do, you give us your contact details, make sure that everyone gets that contact details. It's short and precise, your business structure. That's it. So every Monday, be ready for that. Let me see who is here. I can see Apostle Brian. Apostle Brian. How are you, Apostle Brian?
I'm good. How are you doing?
And there is Wine as well. Okay. How are you? Wines. Is it Wines? Yes. How are you?
I am well. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm good. Talk to me. Why? What is your contribution, Apostle Brian, first? Then we can go to Wines.
Okay, so the situation that people have with Bushiri, or Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, to them, as there's a lot of things that have happened that people ignore over the years. Okay, we know that Jesus walked on water. Mr. Bushiri posted a video where he claimed to walk on air. Right?
Yes.
Jesus never walked on air except ascending. This man claims to do that, and then people believe that. And yet when people scrutinize the video, they're like, hold on a second, there were shadows, he was not really walking, they only showed his feet and stuff like that. It's unfortunate, but these are obvious things that we're seeing. Okay? There was an issue with a moment when he was saying, let me capture the baby on an iPad.
On an iPad, yes, I remember that one.
And
yes.
so when people analyze it, he double tapped with his thumb, and
yes.
the last picture that is seen is what you see.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, people are like, wow, but when people analyze the tape, they notice that the thumb double tapped.
Yes, yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
And so, see, what happens is when you tell somebody that somebody is a false prophet, they think you're just jealous or you're being cruel or you're just,
Mm.
you're disruptive, you're just chaotic.
Yes, yes, yes,
I'd
yes,
like to
yes.
explain something on that one if you give me some time, not too much,
Okay.
of
Oh,
course.
you have all the time. You have all the time.
Right. So the Bible says that if you remember in the Bible, Moses, when he went before Pharaoh,
Mm.
God said, drop this staff
Mm.
and it'll turn into a snake, right?
Mm. Yes.
And so Pharaoh is convinced now that Moses, is coming from God. He has taken a rod and turned it into a snake.
Yes.
And then suddenly the two magicians that are next to Pharaoh did the
Mm.
same, performed the same miracle,
Yes.
and they created two snakes. And
Mm.
then those two snakes were swallowed by what? By the big
By the
snake,
staff of Mo.
by the
Mm.
by the by the snake that Moses had created. So a lot of
Yes.
people are thinking that false prophets do not have some form of power.
Mm. Mm.
They
Mm.
can
Mm.
perform these miracles. We're not denying that they can perform the miracles. What we
Mm.
are fighting with is the inconsistency of their doctrine.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
A lot of people are saying prosperity gospel, prosperity gospel. They are preaching money.
Yes.
But if you go to the book of Matthew, it says you cannot serve God and serve money.
And Mammon. Yes. Exactly.
Mammon is the
Yeah.
god of money. But if you
Yeah.
simplify the version, it is you cannot serve God and serve money
Mm.
because you either love one and hate
And
the other.
hate the other. Yes.
There will never be a balance.
Mm.
So if you love God, you will focus on the flock.
Mm.
God will allow you to perform those miracles. People will grow and they will not remain broke. They will prosper.
Mm.
Or you can focus on mammon, collect all the money, and your members are broke. When they need
Mm.
help, you disappear. There will be scams in your church. You pastors sleeping with members, money disappearing, you're making bad investments, and you're like, geez, I went to church, but that church took my money.
Yes.
So we're not denying that these men will fail to perform miracles. Matthew
Mm.
24:24 says, there will come a time when there will be false prophets and they'll be able to perform great miracles such that even those who are elect shall almost be deceived or be deceived to a
Yes.
point whereby they'll follow somebody who is lost. But because there's
Mm.
that ability to perform those miracles, what happens? They'll say, no, no, no. I saw the miracle. I saw the miracle. You are lying to me. There's
Mm.
no
Mm. Mm.
jealousy when you see me speaking like this. I'm not jealous of any of these prophets who have made it. The problem is the souls of the people who follow them are in danger. But they
Mm.
don't see it. They think, you're jealous, you're this. Man, I don't care about Bushiri. I don't care about all these other guys. What I care about is that the gospel is preached properly, such that people focus on Jesus. They don't focus on the prophet, on the papa, and so forth. That's it. So
Yes.
these guys now, you look at Bushiri, he's being persecuted. He's not being persecuted because of the gospel. He's being persecuted because there are claims of money laundering, and then there are witnesses, or rather, there are accomplices who were
Mm.
also arrested.
Oh, Wines, we've lost Wines. I'd seen. Okay, Wines, please come back. We wanted you to join the conversation to talk again. Okay, but you can continue. Anita, you wanted to say something before Apostle
She can
Brian
speak if she
continues.
wants to. I'm still here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true what he was saying. I concur with him when
Mm.
it comes to this issue. Because Bushiri is not being accused of anything that has to do with the church. It's
Mm.
not being saying that what you're doing is illegal, but then it's
Mm.
money laundering. And anyone in any sense, anywhere in the world, I think I made a comment, about same holding. I know I don't know if you still remember him.
Your same Shengu, the one who had the 21 car convoy that was going to Durban.
Yeah.
I remember that guy. Yes.
So exactly, it's actually the same position that Bushiri is in now, but then people are making a fuss out of it because it's Bushiri. That's all. And it's not really something that's new. It's not new. It has happened before. We've seen it happening, and it will continue happening. And the hawks will be watching you. That's the truth. They'll watch you and they will get to you, and that's it. And you can't escape justice.
So what do you have to say? But because someone might say that probably these charges that are being leveled against him, they are falsified, because in the Bible that Paul and Silas, I think in Acts chapter 16, they were accused of because they had actually delivered a lady who had an issue of spirit of divination. And after that, what then happened was the people started, they brought them to the judges, and they said these people, they are bringing they actually falsified the charges, and they were beaten by the people because they took them to the city, and they said that these people, they want to do, I can't remember, but they brought the falsified charges. So what if Bushiri, these charges of money laundering are being brought and they are not true? What do you have to say about that?
Right. So it's not a difficult case. In Acts chapter 16, verse 16 to 18, Paul delivered the girl that had the spirit of divination. Right?
Yeah.
What happened was the girl was saying the truth, that these are men of God. Follow them. They have the word. And Paul could hear that the girl was telling the truth. But there was a deeper discernment that needed to be seen.
Okay, let me just hold your thought there. Elias Mumbamaro, I want to be part of the show. The link, let me just continue on the comment section. Check on the comment section, Elias Mumbamaro. You can see the link. It will lead you straight to us. I want to show you the link. There is the link on your YouTube. There is the link. Just follow that link and you can come here. You'll be led to us and you can join the conversation. You don't need an app. You just follow the link and you'll be led to us. So that's the beauty of it. But Apostle Brian, you can continue.
Right. So what happens is the girl was telling the truth, that these are the men of God. They bring the truth. Therefore, follow them. Right? So she was not lying in what she was saying, but she was under the spell of a spirit, under the power of a spirit of divination. It is a spirit that is able to replicate the things of God, but its source is evil. So now Paul says, I see that you're telling the truth. Now Paul got annoyed. Why would Paul get annoyed by a girl who's telling the truth? That's what the scriptures will tell you if you go to Acts chapter 16, verse 16 to 18. Please look at your Bibles at home. You see the story there. And so Paul says, no, let me cast out that spirit. Because Paul cared more for the girl. These men were using her to prophesy, to tell fortunes. When she tells fortunes, they get paid and they make money. Notice the common factor is they were making a profit from using this child. Yes. And if people are using kuromba and all this stuff, they are being used by a demon. Even though they're making money, there's a spirit that's behind it and it's not coming from God. So Paul cast it out. Understand that. Bushiri, they're not being persecuted for the gospel. They are not. It's being told that there's money laundering. They could have arrested him 2 years ago. I understand that there was a president who left office in South Africa, and I think they asked him, where's that $5 billion or whatever $1 billion that he took? And the Hawks was asking that president of South Africa to say, even though you're out of office, my friend, there's money that you need to pay. So I suspect that the Hawks is a very diligent police company, and that's what they do. They investigate and they chase you down. But what happens is, so now they managed to arrest Bushiri 2 years later. Why didn't they arrest him 2 years ago when they were accusing him of the same charges? Because now they had a stronger case. Remember, this is a story from 2018 or 17 when they tried to, and they were like, why are you being accused of money laundering? And they still couldn't touch him. Then they arrested him with 3 other people. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to bring in Stokozile. Stokozile, welcome to the show.
She's muted.
You are okay. Let me just unmute you. Can you please unmute on your side, Stokozile? Just unmute your microphone. Yes, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. How are you doing, Stokozile?
I'm all right. How are you?
Okay. Yeah. Would you mind just to be at one place? Yeah. So that exactly. Yeah. Just stay there. Okay. Go ahead. How are you doing?
I'm all right. You?
Okay. You wanted to.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Go ahead with your contribution. We are listening.
Yeah. My contribution here is just a short one. Yeah. Because in this case of Bushiri, there's been rumors about the fake prophet, about the money laundering, about this and that. For me, I'm the member of the church, but what is Bushiri doing behind his doors, closed doors, we all don't know, because we are not part of the family, we are just part of the church. But when people say is a fake prophet, I don't think it's true. It's not, because like for myself, I've been into so many churches. You won't be seeking the man of God to heal you. You seek God and you seek the word, of which the word, that's the word which come from the pulpit, from the pastor or from the prophet. So I was the same person seeking for that word and seeking for my own life. But what happened, I think you saw what I wrote on the
yes, I saw your comment. I saw your comment.
My testimony.
I saw your comment. Yes, I saw your comment.
Yeah. So let me close this door. Sorry. So
okay.
the thing is, people, I don't blame people when they say he's a fake prophet, because even in the Bible there was a time where it says there will be fake prophets and the genuine prophets. So in case of this Bushiri thing, you need to be there for something to happen to you, which you know, I've been like this and this thing has happened to me. Then you can witness the hand of God. And it's not the hand of Bushiri, that's the hand of God for something to happen to you. But people, for the sake, there's this thing when you say, Papa, Major one, this, it's just the excitement for the love of the man, but it's not like they are worshiping the man. There's only one God to worship all over the world. So people, they are getting it wrong. They feel like people, they are worshiping the man. So for me, I don't know whether the money laundering or the fraud, to be honest, I don't know. In that case, I don't enter. But what I know, to me, he was not a false prophet. I get what I wanted when I went there. And he talked about my life when I didn't even tell him about my life. You know, for example, let me tell you before I close, yeah. I'm in the UK, yeah. I've been on heavy machines where they say there's a lot of technology here. If you are sick, you can get this and get that, get healed. But none of it, I didn't get healed. But I got healed when I stepped in Bushiri's church. So to me, I'll stand and testify and say, he was not fake to me. You understand?
Okay, I see.
So
I
I
see.
think people,
Before you go, Stokozile, I want to allow Apostle Brian to respond to that, and then probably I'll bring in my contribution or my question. I just want to allow because it seems like he was pressed into to respond to you. Go ahead, Brian.
Okay, so I understand her sentiments when she believes that he's not false. And I'm not going to query that. The best way to kind of help people grow spiritually is to give them examples in the Bible. And when they see them in the Bible, then they'll understand. Okay? Do you remember in the Bible when Thomas did not believe that Jesus was back from the dead?
yes.
And do you know what he said? You know, he said, I need to see his hands. And I need to see the hole in his hands. And I need to put my fingers in the hole in his hands. You remember that?
Yeah.
And you know what Jesus said? Jesus said, Thomas, you have believed only because you have seen a sign. Happy are those who believe, or blessed are those who believe without seeing a sign. So the only reason you believe in Bushiri is because you saw a sign. Some of us
Yes.
do not need to see miracles for us to be able to observe that somebody is false or not. So what happens is because you are in that company, in that moment, your faith is based on the fact that a miracle was performed in his church and that miracle happened to you directly. If you went into his church and that miracle did not happen, you would be telling us a different story altogether. You only believe because you experienced it. Thomas was told Jesus is back from the dead. And he said, I will not believe it until I see it and I put my hands through the holes in his head. If I put my
No.
finger, I want to put my finger like this. 1 second, don't worry. I said you are free to believe that he's a prophet. I'm not basing this on my personal attacks. I am saying Jesus warned us that if you believe because you have seen, your faith is not as big as you think it is. Yours is only because something happened and it actually happened to you because you saw it with your own eyes, you felt it in your own body. If somebody was to tell you, be healed, you'd be standing there saying, how? How do I do it? But if somebody says, be healed, and your faith just said, I accept, and it happened, you only believe because you experienced it. That's the sad reality. Go ahead.
Okay, Stoko, it's your floor.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I understand. Yeah, what I'm saying, I understand him. What he's saying actually is true, yeah. But what I'm saying, the moment you go there to Bushiri, yeah, it's not like Bushiri is the one doing those things for you. That moment, God will be there for both of you, for what you are seeking, and for His spiritual things. You understand? But it's not like when you step out from that church, you say, "Oh, Bushiri have done this for me." It's not Bushiri, it's God. And God can touch you wherever you are. He can touch me wherever, even if I don't go to Bushiri. But my testimony is something happened, you understand? But I can't boast on that and say, he did it. No, God did it, not him. Everything happens from God. Even him will tell you when you say, thank you, man of God, you say, don't thank me, I'm not God. Say, thank you, God, because him is doing the work of God. Me, I'm receiving from God, not from him. You get my point?
All
So
right.
what I'm saying
I
here, I don't know, because we can't say people, they might stop saying the face. But to me, individual, I can't say it's fake. I can't say it's real. I don't know. But what I'm saying, I got what I wanted when I stepped in his church.
And that's exactly why I was saying that. Sorry, so I just wanted to. I don't want to prolong it for too long. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Okay, God will use anyone. That is true. If you look at Numbers chapter 22, 23, 24, the story of Balaam, who was a person who used to prophesy for $1. When he was sent, he ended up going to bless Israel. But Balaam was a bad person. Balaam ended up dying, but God had also used him. So there are a lot of things that you need to look at. I know that you're saying you got your miracle in that church. And I said, yes, you did. If it is your day to receive your miracle, even a donkey will lay hands on you and you will get it.
Oh, yes.
So when you went into Bushiri's church, the power of God helped you. That's not what we are questioning here. We are questioning the authenticity and the truthfulness of Bushiri. So of course, when you have a good report for him, hallelujah, the praise goes to God. It doesn't go to Bushiri. We get it. Now he's going. He claimed that I'm not afraid of bullets. I'm never going to run away. Nobody can scare me. This, that, and the other. And then he runs away from South Africa. And he says, I'm scared for my life. They are trying to kill me. But there's a video that's been circulating where he's recorded saying, I'm not afraid of bullets. If anybody tries to shoot me, those bullets are going to shoot him. So where is the consistency? What you need to see is the consistency of your preachers. They must not talk a big game and then fail. So humility is when you do not show off and you actually stay the course. Being proud is when you show off and then the very words you used in boasting, they fail. He said, I'm not afraid of bullets. If anybody tries to kill me, if anybody tries to shoot me, they are the ones who are actually going to get hurt. If they shoot at me, their own bullets will hurt them. How do you explain consistency when in 1 minute he says, I'm not afraid, and then in the next minute I was afraid for my life. I had to send my 2 kids away 2 years ago. And now me, I've decided I'm leaving again because I'm afraid for my life. But the videos are there where he is boasting, saying, I'm not afraid of anything. Do you see where I'm saying the consistency? That's what you need to analyze. Go ahead.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Before I allow you, Stokozile, to respond, Anita, you wanted to say something?
I'm just trying to.
She needs to unmute.
You are on mute. Please unmute, Anita. Okay, go ahead now. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I was saying that the issue is not on whether you got your miracle from Bushiri or not. The issue here is about why would a man of God run away from justice? That's where the issue really lies. Like, how can a man of God? Because from my understanding, I believe that he was using the church to clean his money. I don't know wherever he was getting the money from, but then he was using the church because we all know that. I think there is a time that he was also charged of being charged for tax evasion because churches don't pay taxes. Yeah, because from my understanding, I believe that the guy, the prophet, he has some businesses that he is doing apart from the church business.
He has hotels and also he has
gold mines.
I'm what I know is of a network of PSB network. I think you know of that one, the cell phone network, which is they're having an agreement with CLC, I think. That he launched, I think, about 3 years ago, or 2016, somewhere there. I can't remember exactly, but it was launched here in South Africa. Okay, go ahead.
And also he does gold, meaning he has to pay tax. Those companies should pay tax. Anyone in their right senses, they should just pay tax, and that's it. And also, recently he was being accused of sending money to his Malawian account. I think that's what raised eyebrows. Like that's what when people started, questioning, what is this guy really doing? And once you do that, yeah, they will dig up all your shit. They will, and they will find it. All the skeletons that are in the cupboard. They will actually go after them, and that's it. So what I see here, that's when we begin to question: is he truly a man of God? What kind of a man of God does that? Yeah, because as Apostle Brian was saying, the story of Balaam and Balak is a story that we all know. That even the donkey of the other guy, I don't really know if it's Balaam or Balak. I don't know which one was the king and which one was the prophet. I always have a mix.
Balaam was the prophet. Balaam was the prophet.
Yeah. Balaam, the prophet Balaam, the donkey. So the angel of God. It was the donkey. So as for you, my sister Stakozile, God can use anything. God can use a tree to bless you if it's your time. We all know that, it all has to do with seasons. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, I think, I talks about seasons. And we cannot push seasons. If it's your time, it's your time. And that's it. It's not about Bushiri being used. It's just a vessel that was used by God. It's not him. Yeah, that's what I can say. Yeah.
All right. Before I allow Stokozile, I want to give Stokozile 1 minute to respond, or 1.5 minutes to respond, because she has been quiet for quite some time. But I want to wrap this thing up tonight as we close this conversation. Stokozile, what do you have to say? And then I'm going to give Apostle Brian just 30 seconds and Anita to wrap up so that we can finish this conversation. We are completely out of time. Stokozile, yeah, it's your turn.
I'm going to wrap it up as well. When Anita was saying, when is your time, is your time. I think I said it before, that I can't boast and say, Bushiri did this for me. God did this for me. What matters is because I was in those grounds. So that's where I got my happiness from there. Then I started to worship in that church. But for me, worshiping in that church, I wasn't worshiping Bushiri. I was worshiping the church, worshiping God, the God who I found there. You understand? So when is your time? That was my time on that day. And the other thing about the money, there's been this rumor about he make people pay to see him on one-to-one, blah blah. So I think because why I'm saying that I've been one of them, those people. But there's really nothing like that. These things are just based on rumors. As I told you, I live here from UK going to that church is in South Africa, yeah. When you pay your money, your 10,000 rands, that's what you pay to be a VIP. Meaning a VIP is not like you are a VIP in church, no. You are a VIP to a hotel where you are going to sleep. There are cheap hotels, there are nice hotels, there are 5-star hotels. So when you pay your VIP, you are going to be placed on a 5-star hotel, and that 10,000 rands is for your first day. When you are in church, you have food free, you have sleep free, you have transport free. So if you calculate now, if I go with my 10,000, this is what I'm gonna get. So people, I think they don't know the really how it's going on, because Bushiri won't be taking money to anyone. You'll be finding accommodation for people. This is what I know. I don't know whoever paid and say I'm paying Bushiri's pocket, but I've never seen those things happening like that.
Okay, but one might say, why do you have to look for a hotel for me? Why don't I myself, if I want to come and see Bushiri, I just book myself into a lodge, find a place that I can
No,
really afford,
you can.
and then go to the church as a guest. Why is it that the money has to go through the channels of the church before goes to the hotel? Obviously,
You
people
know,
will start to
let me
suspect
answer
that there's
you
some
there.
profiteering there.
No, let me answer you there, yeah. You
Mm,
know why the man is going to the church? I had a
mm,
stay which was a month in South Africa, yeah. I didn't book
mm,
that hotel through Bushiri. I booked it by myself. I was just getting
mm,
my Uber to go to church because I had more days than the 4 days.
mm,
So I was doing it
mm,
myself. But why is like that? He did for the safety of people. Like you come from America, you don't know South Africa. You are going to church on your own. If something happened
mm,
to you, you are the first
mm,
person going to say, South Africa is being not good to me. I was robbed. I was like that. So by that was doing for anyone to be
mm,
known. You are in Sheraton Hotel. His staff, they'll come and pick you. They will take you to church. But if
mm,
you are comfortable, we can do that for yourself. You take yourself to church. But most of the people, they come, they take people, they come, they take people. That's what is on about.
mm, mm.
I
That
don't
is
know if is that makes sense because people
it,
mean
it,
like
it's
I'm
it's
from
it's
Zimbabwe, but
it's
if I go
making
to
sense,
South
but
Africa, I need my safety.
it's making sense, but where people kind of like find it difficult, Stokozile, is when right you find out that for you to get there, um, for you to get one-on-one, there is a price that is attached. If somebody is in South Africa, they are
No, no,
also
no,
paying
no,
that
no.
amount of.
No, you'll be just paying the money to go to your hotel because on that 4 days program, you are not sleeping in your house. You are sleeping in
Mm,
church, in hotel. They're taking you to church for only 4 days program. But I know what kills people here. Let me tell you one thing, yeah.
mm,
People they went in that church seeing other people's
mm,
miracles. You know, when you stand, that one is a prophetic church. People they will stand in front of
mm.
the church. Oh, I come to this church. Something this happened to me. I've got that, I've got that. Then you go there. You are now rolling your eyes to grab that miracle. Miracles they don't come like that. You need yourself individual to be prayerful. Pray for yourself for something to happen to you. So
You were a bit
they
breaking
go
there.
there.
You were breaking a little bit.
Some of them they
Some
can't
of the
even
words with it.
pray. They're now wishing to say, "Oh, Bushiri will pray for me. I'm gonna have a miracle." It doesn't bounce 10,000 ways. Then your miracle doesn't happen. End of the day, you feel like robbed, innit? You are robbed already.
Okay.
What
Apostle
I was
Brian.
saying, yeah, when people
Okay.
pay their money to go see Bushiri, some of them they are
Mm,
already focusing on an instant miracle to happen. But the things doesn't work
mm,
like that. You know, you can pray for 10 years, go to church. They were hurt like I've been in this church for long, I've paid my money, but still I don't have a miracle to say. But what I'm saying, you need to wait unto the Lord and be patient. It's not possible to release your own miracle. You know, you go to a prophetic church, some people they'll be casting demons. Maybe you have the demon as well, but your demon won't come out because you didn't pray about it. Like, I want this demon to leave me today. You are just standing there and not praying. Bushir won't pray for you. You need to pray for yourself.
some parts of your explanation, Stokozile, I didn't get. I don't know what was happening with your network, but I get what you're saying. I want to give Apostle Brian and Anita just a minute each to respond. We are actually over the time that we're supposed to be doing this, but I just want them to respond so that we can close this conversation.
Okay, so real
1
quick.
minute each, say. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So real quick, there's some people talking about judging and do not criticize. The Bible does not stop us from judging or criticizing. It says do not judge hypocritically, which means you must have your facts when you're talking about a matter. I put in some verses. John 7:24 says, "Do not judge by appearance, superficially and arrogantly, but judge fairly and righteously." So you have to look at all those facts. Number one. Number two, I'm glad I didn't mention about the hotel and all this money that is spent, because I know there's people who say you need to pay to see the prophet. That is something that if he's doing it or he's not doing, that's not what's being questioned here. Okay, number three, there's a thing where people need to learn to read their Bibles, where they grow spiritually, they grow in their understanding of who Jesus is, so that they are also able to discern whether what they are learning is true or false. Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12 to 14 will tell you, by now you're supposed to be preachers and teachers of the word, but you still need somebody to hold your hand to show you the basic elementary things about Christ. You have no need for solid food, but you still need milk, right? He's saying that you have been in the church for 10 years and you are just still following and you're not growing. Okay? So the issue with about Bushiri will be seen from people who are still on milk and people who are still on meat. And hopefully there's nobody judging him where they're angry. We're just simply saying Bushiri has a lot of issues that are surrounding his persecution. He has faked walking on air. He has faked capturing a picture of a baby. There's obviously some issues that have risen up within his church where people have issues with him also, besides what is within the police. I know that there are people who've complained about him, who have observed things that he has done, and so forth. All I'm saying, my sisters, you are free to believe that he's a prophet. Just make sure that your relationship with Christ is right, number one, and number two, that your wisdom content is greater than when you first came into the church. Bushiri has issues. The law is supposed to be allowed to run its course. He ran away from a country. Bail conditions said for him to stay in one country. He did not stay. He left. The Bible says to obey the law. That's what it says. The Bible says that obey the government. Those governments and what they put there, yes. Even if Zimbabwe feels like it's under torture, whatever the case may be, if God is doing something in Zimbabwe, when the time is right, he will do whatever he decides to do. If Zimbabwe remains the way it is for 20 years, that's God. By the time it changes because God makes that change. Come what may. When it's time to change. So Bushiri, guess what? He's broken the law of the country. That's all.
We have to leave it there.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have to leave it. We have to leave it there, Apostle Brian. Anita, in last words before we close this conversation.
Yeah, he has broken the law, period. Nothing else. He has just broken the law, and that's it. And people should also ask for the discernment spirit. I think that's why people are actually getting lost. Because, as Apostle Brian said earlier on, even those people, when I remember the story that he was talking about, the Moses story, about the snake. Yeah, even those people like the witch doctors and all those people of the land of Egypt, they also brought their own snakes. They threw their own staffs and they were converted into snakes. They changed into snakes. And also the Bible says, many shall come in my name, but there will be just wolves in sheep's clothing. So yeah, that's all. That's all I can say. It's up to you as an individual. We have to pray for the discernment spirit. And these are the last days. That's the truth. These are the last days, and people will get lost, and that's it. And many people are getting lost, and Bushiri has broken the law, period, and he has to first the law, and that's it. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stokozile, Apostle Brian, Anita, I have to close this conversation, but we continue on Facebook, on Twitter, and we are continuing. This is on Instagram. We can also continue the conversation. We are talking about Bushiri. People are saying he's being persecuted. Is it true that he's being persecuted, or there is more to that. But I want to say thank you, everyone who has graced us. Apostle Brian and Stokozile, thank you so much for joining me. And our host for tomorrow, Anita, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having us.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Thank you. All right.
Bye.
So that is all our guests that we had tonight. That is Apostle Brian and Anita, who is going to be our host tomorrow. So please tune in on JCTV Zimbabwe so that you can be part of this conversation. We continue the conversation on all the social media platforms. That is on JCTV Zimbabwe YouTube and also on JCTV Zimbabwe Facebook. You go there, and on Instagram it's JCTV Zimbabwe on these three platforms. On our Twitter it's at Jethro Seekers Live, at Jethro Seekers Live. Go there, you find our handle there. But I want to say thank you to everyone. Do you believe that Bushiri is a man of God? I personally, I'm just talking of myself, because if I look at the Bible says that can the same well bring good water and bad water. That is in the book of James, that from the same well can you drink bitter water, and from the same well can you drink water that is clean. So that is the question. So if he is found in the corruption, is found in money laundering, is found in all these other issues, it means there is a lot of things. There is a lot of things that he needs to clarify. But I want to say to everyone that has been joining us, I want to read some of the comments here. I can see Wop Moremong. If you are a member of the church, you have not seen the truth, then you need to seek God's revelation to know the truth. I can't believe that Christians cannot see fake pastors are more clever than us scholars are born again Christians. We should be led by the Spirit of God. Satanists know the word, God of word properly, and they use it to attack real true believers. Please, men of and women of God, open your eyes. Satanist miracles are exactly the same, genuine and real men of God. I think she wanted to say something, but I think I see Lloyd Tirami Bushiri doesn't have case to answer. He's teaching people who like things, not God. That is Lloyd Tirami. Munjezi Tikatari. Okay, Munjezi Tikatari, how are you? What do you mean, bids? I think he's saying that what about the scam trader? That is Munjezi Tikatari. And then who is here again? I can see that's Apostle Brian goes Mzawazi. I can see here there's somebody who is here. TK. Just a quick one, TK. We need to wrap this one. How are you, TK? TK, how are you? Hello? TK, can you hear me? TK, are you there? Okay, I'm struggling to hear TK there. Probably it's his network. His network probably is failing him. But Nelson Parangira, I concur with Apostle Brian all the way. Gift more. If you are reading the Bible, you claim to read, you understand that in the last days there will be image prophets like Bushiri who have powers to heal and perform miracles. Bushiri is fake. Full stop. That is gift moyo. Then Moses Chipasha Shame. Okay. The issues lies with money laundering. Nyasha Tavengwa, Gide King 178, he paid you a lot. I was not paid by Bushiri. It was true Stokozile. Amen. That is Nyasha Tavengwa. There is who else here? Asake Chisa Tata Ngon Brian Zabazi is concurring with what was Elias Mbamaru. I wanted you to be part of the show. You did not show up. Who else is here? Let me just check. Who is here? Inkosi Desmond from Malawi. This is the man that I wanted to see on the show. Desmond, how are you doing? Desmond?
Hey, good on yourself, brother.
Hey, how is Malawi
today?
Today?
Hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Yes. talk to us. How are people? What is
Malawi
the
is
mood
good,
in
especially
Malawi? How is
Yeah,
the
we are
mood
good
there
in
in
Lilongwe,
Lilongwe?
the city of Malawi, bro.
Okay, go ahead, Desmond. Desmond, can we hear Desmond? All right, yeah, you are back. Can you go ahead with your contribution, Desmond? What give us the mood in Malawi and what people are talking about, especially in the city of Lilongwe, where I understand is the prophet is. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, there's a different reaction among Malawians, especially today when he handed over himself. Him and his wife, they handed themselves to Malawi police, in headquarters in Longo area 30, and they were expected to go to court in the afternoon, where there was a lot of Malawians waiting to see him. And unfortunately, he's not sure him. We get a report from national headquarters police spokesperson James Kadazira said they have not yet completed the paper to take him to court. So as we are speaking now, he's in as we're speaking now, he's going to spend the night in a police custody in Kanengo.
All right.
Sure.
Okay.
But some of the Malawian, some of the people there, sorry, come again.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, some of the people
you are saying some of the Malawians.
Yeah, some of Malawians they're saying, South African government must assure Bushiri for his security, and if he's going to be back in South. Some of them they say no, he should not go back to South Africa because they don't feel, like what he said himself, that I'm not feeling secure in South.
Okay, but
sure.
there is a there is a video of him saying that I don't fear anyone, I'm not going to run away. What are they saying about that? He said that he's not going to run away. What about that? He said that he's not afraid of the gun.
Yeah, that's what is going viral in social media here. People, it's kind of laughing stone. It's everywhere. And so WhatsApp, people are sharing it. You know what I mean? That's been edited. I hope you have those videos back in there. Yeah. So some people they're saying, okay, this guy they're saying he's not fear of everything. He's let it do anything. He don't fear a gun like what you said. So why is he running away? And there's a lot of questions and without answers. How did he escape from South to Malawi? How did he get in Malawi, bro? Sure. Yeah.
So what about yourself? What about yourself? Probably family members around you, maybe your friends. What have they been saying? Do you think that do they say the man is innocent, or people are just saying that the man is guilty of the charges that are being leveled against him?
It's hard to say that he is innocent or is not innocent. Family members or people who surrounding me, okay, that's like I said, there's a lot of election, For me, I'm thinking like it was better for him to stay back in South. If indeed he have done nothing about the whole thing he's accused of in South. Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah. My brother Desmond, it's always a pleasure to hear from you and to tell us what is happening. You keep us posted on the developments, as you are saying that the police have not finished.
It's my pleasure too, brother, to have for having me in your program every time.
I really appreciate your contribution. Zikomo kwambiri, mugone bwino. That was Inkosi Desmond giving us an update of what is happening in Malawi. Some people are saying that, There's that video, we posted it for you on JCTV Zimbabwe. He said he's not afraid of the gun. What is changed now? You know, so that's the question. But anyway, I want to be talking too much. Thank you so much for everyone for joining me. Tomorrow, you're going to be with Anita. He's going to be talking about safety in churches, for pretty much some of the things that we are talking about. That what is the safety for kids? We know the story of Timothy Motoso, that the charges that are being leveled against him, that he was abusing young women. We know Jay Israel came out and talked about young women being raped in churches. These are the issues that we're going to be having with Anita tomorrow. So please join her tomorrow. We're going to let you of the times. Just stay tuned to JCTV Zimbabwe Facebook page, and also on YouTube. We're going to give you times on that one. It could be 9 p.m. It could be 8 p.m. That will determine that tomorrow. But I would like to say thank you for everyone who participated in this program. Nelindo, I see you. Terence Joto, and Spokes Magata. Bushiri, nothing wrong. He did. People are wrong. And that is Spokes Magata. Thank you so much for joining us. But we want to wrap this this program now. And Manasseh James Temple, I see you. As much as you say he's fake, you are also fake witnesses. That is Manasseh James. He's saying we are fake witnesses. Pauline Panuntuma, how can you fear death when you are a man of God? That is Pauline Panuntuma. I think these are the comments that we have right now. But thank you so much to everyone. I have to end it now. This whole show today, it is interesting. I'll see you. This is Koza and Koza. We were out of time, my brother or my sister, Koza and Koza. We'll definitely make it tomorrow. We'll be talking almost pretty much of the same subject of safety in the church. So please make sure you make a date with us tomorrow. We'll be having Anita. She'll be steering the ship tomorrow. This is your boy JC once again reminding you that Rise Up Africa, the world is waiting for you. Thank you so much for watching. It's good night for now. I'll see you tomorrow if God is willing. It's bye for now. Good night.